A flashback to 3 months prior to President Jang Tu-jun's attempted assassination opens Whirlwind Episode 2. President Jang Tu-jun and the First Lady were arriving home from a foreign trip at the time. Everyone was there to welcome them back, including Dong-ho. Dong-ho made an attempt to persuade the president to act morally and drop the charges against Ji-ta because the man was falsely accused. Soo-jin, however, counseled the president to delegate the prosecution's task to itself. Ji-ta committed himself, and Jong-yun hurried to tell Dong-ho as the president and Soo-jin were leaving. Then, Dong-jo hurried over to honor his friend. He called the president that same evening, threatening to hold him accountable for his errors. During their encounter, the president expressed regret but refused to accept responsibility for his part in Ji-ta's demise. The president assured Sang-won that he would personally deal with Dong-ho after Dong-jo threatened him. Soo-jin is currently leaving the dinner meeting when her secretary, Man-gil, calls her regarding the vaporizer. He learns that Yeon-suk had requested that the physicians investigate. Man-gil brings the files to Soo-jin after breaking into the hospital system to verify. Soo-jin, who is motivated to win the match, manages to get the better of Dong-ho once more. She goes straight to the Armed Forces Capital Hospital to see Brigadier General Byung-oh and threatens him with cooperating with an effort to assassinate the president in office. However, Dong-ho takes action to restructure the prosecution and appoint Jang-suk to the position of prosecutor general. But Yeon-suk fears that by inflaming the situation further, he may encounter more resistance. Dong-ho, however, is adamant that they must act quickly and without consideration to the repercussions since they are running out of time. The following day, he visits Jang-suk at Ji-tae's grave and makes a commitment to his longtime buddy to follow through. Even when Jang-suk gets compromised, Dong-ho begs him to stop at nothing. They both promise to be unbiased and allow justice to triumph in any situation. Dong-ho declines to go to his first function as acting president in order to demonstrate his argument. Dong-ho receives a call from Yeon-suk while hanging out with Jang-suk, informing him that the hospital has been compromised and that the vaporizer has been taken. Dong-ho knows right away that Soo-jin had to be the mastermind behind the hack. Concerning Soo-jin, she gives her a call to Man-gil and requests that he contact the media. But Sang-won subdues her with the help of her husband, Min-ho. Regretfully, Sang-won had made illicit investments in Min-ho's business before. Sang-won decides to tame and turn Dong-ho into his puppet by using the information against him. Soo-jin tries to talk him out of it by pointing out that Dong-ho is an uncontrollable wild dog, but the chaebol rejects her. If anything, Sang-won threatens Soo-jin with the illicit activities of her husband and vows to expose her should she reveal Dong-ho. He finds it offensive that Soo-jin doesn't actually go through with getting his dad a special pardon. Instead, he only says he would try. He believes he has a better chance of freeing his father with Dong-ho. Anticipating Soo-jin's next move, Dong-ho and his group devise a plan to counterattack her. When Sang-won calls and insists on meeting, Dong-ho doesn't even flinch. When Sang-won plays a tape of his meeting with President Jang Tu-jun just minutes before Dong-ho arrived, Dong-ho is forced to retract his first denial of having a meeting with the president on that fateful day. President Jang Tu-jun states unequivocally in the tape that he will be meeting with Dong-ho. Sang-won is pitiful to Dong-ho until he mentions his family. He promises to respond to Sang-won as quickly as possible after listening to his needs. He tells Jong-yun, though, that he will resist caving in to the Daejin group. A few days later, Soo-jin hurries to let Sang-won know that Dong-ho is at the Blue House having a conversation with Chairman Park. Sang-won is sure that Dong-ho will soon consent to be his puppet, despite her fears that he is preparing a counterattack. To make his point, he murders one of his hunting dogs in front of Soo-jin. Jang Hyun-soo, the son of President Jang Tu-jun, is being discussed to be brought in during Chairman